What is up, guys? Welcome to this new video. In this video we'll be going over the patch notes of the 26th of November 2025, and it's a very interesting one because the bar and the Pervomaisky factory have been completely redesigned and overhauled, so we'll take a look at that. We'll also take a look at some changes in operations that are supposed to balance the game mode a little bit. So without further ado, let's get started. So as per usual, the patch notes start off with a little description. As the seasons change, much transforms in the zone. Even familiar places have taken on new appearances. The bar and the Pervomaisky factory were among the first to undergo these changes. Their walls have changed, but their spirit remains the same. Drunken shouts at the corner, heartfelt conversations in the gloom, this chaos somehow warms the soul. In this patch you can expect updates to the Pervomaisky factory and the bar locations, new shop items, changes in operations, and many more. So first of all, updates to the Pervomaisky factory and the bar locations. The next iteration of location updates has taken place, this time updating the Pervomaisky factory and its safe zone. So first of all, the bar safe zone location. The bar was the last outdated safe zone in the south, which did not suit us for many reasons. First, it was a very old visual, boring close grouping of functional NPCs, no space for content implementation, confusion that disoriented all newcomers, inconvenient level design where the entire first floor was blocked by a train that you couldn't even walk through. This is true, that was very annoying, and many other reasons. Due to the impossibility of fixing these problems easily and quickly, we decided to completely redesign the safe zone. We've been told that some bandits managed to steal your favorite green screen from the bar. For the next updates we'll buy and bring a brand new green screen into the zone, and of course we'll put it back where it belongs in the bar. So the green screen is gone just for now, but it will come back. Then the dorms. The bar now has an additional location called dorms where many quests have been moved. The motivation behind this decision is quite simple. We simply did not want to turn the new bar into a huge maze. Now in dorms you can find leaders of stalkers and bandits factions, shaman in the call storyline, black market, as well as many other minor characters from our quests. Then the Drunken Geiger. For those who have reached the final level of bar's reputation, access to the updated Drunken Geiger is now available. Updating the safe zone is a tribute to the old content of our project, and now the Drunken Geiger serves as a purely cosmetic function. I'm very excited to explore this as well. Also, I'm gonna explore it in the new video, I think. In the new gameplay video, we'll also check out if the PvP is still going on outside there. And what the new vibe is of the Pervomaisky factory. So if you're excited for that, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with that video when it comes out. Then a huge one, interactive furniture. You've been waiting a long time for this, and oh boy, I did. This was one of my main sadnesses about the X update, that they removed this. The interactive furniture that you can sit on has been returned. We're so back. I can finally sit again. Locations where you can now sit down are the bar, Drunken Geiger, and some objects in the hideout, so I'm very excited that we can also use some objects in the hideout to sit now. In the future we will add the ability to sit on the furniture in all safe zones. Very excited about this. Then voice rooms. We have also brought back the voice rooms. In the bar and Drunken Geiger it is now possible not only to sit on furniture but also to communicate with other players via voice chat. These are the little tables and corners you can sit at. That's pretty cool. I do like that they brought this back. I never really used this feature before the X update. But yeah, I'm curious to see how it works and how vibey it is. Then, safe zone reviving. This is the first iteration of reviving our safe zones from a narrative perspective, in which NPCs will behave in a more elaborate manner and immerse the player deeper into the world of the zone. In the bar we did unique armor for merchants, unique animations for merchants and ordinary NPCs, unique phrases for ordinary NPCs, and the current version is only the first iteration, which has its flaws. After the release we will begin collecting feedback and gradually refill the safe zones in our game. So I do like that they indicate that they're looking forward to the feedback. I'm also very happy that there's going to be like idle animations and stuff and unique skins and armor, so I do think that is nice. Then the Pervomaisky factory. Pervomaisky factory was very old and did not allow players to move around normally, which caused newcomers to leave our project. In this regard we have updated this location. They've eased the orientation, removed buildings where enemy players often ambushed people, merged the routes of players going to other locations and to the safe zone, reduced the number of noisy objects for better orientation and visibility, relocated all hiding places on the location. Now this location should be perceived by players as a comfortable refuge for rest and movement between other locations in the south. I do really like that. I remember the first time coming to the bar, I was so stressed out about all the corners I had to turn, and then there was suddenly a wall and you had to go the other way, and then there were like 1 billion pings, and you just, you know, it was very stressful. And I do think it's better for the players arriving here for the first time that it's a bit more clear and straightforward to get to. I just hope that we can get another PvP spot like we used to have, because that was so much fun. It was very annoying at times as well when you're just trying to like play the game, but it was fun that we had that little PvP spot on the south part of the Pervomaisky factory between the bandits and the stalkers. So I hope we have something similar like that. That's something we'll find out in the gameplay video once that drops, so be sure to stay up to date for that one. I also quickly want to interject that I have some really cool merch coming soon. I worked really hard on the designs. They're all human made, no AI used. And I wanted to make sure that there's cool designs that you can just wear without necessarily it being very clear, like, oh yeah, this is like YouTuber merch, because I think it's nice to have pieces that you can just wear whenever. So eligible channel members, be sure to check the member tab, as you will find your early access code right there. And other people, you just gotta wait a couple more days and you'll be able to look at the new designs too. Here's a little very fast sneak preview of some of the designs. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Then, new arrivals in the shop. Variations of familiar containers have appeared in the zone, but with a slight mystical twist. Gossip lovers are eager to discuss the mysterious craftsman who is now on everyone's lips, while thrill seekers and collectors can't wait to get their hands on one of these containers. Show off your style and strike fear into your enemies with these new styles. They can also be purchased in both transferable and personal forms. I'm happy they're adding some more customization or like skins for the containers as well. That was something that I did feel was missing, so I do like them. I think the designs are pretty cool. So yeah, big fan of this one. Then changes in operations. For the general changes in operations, they have decided to disable the option to play solo. Originally, operations was designed for teams of 3 players. That's how they work best. Playing solo was frustrating and felt unfair. Added accuracy display to the statistics screen, with shooting at allies with support class not counting as a miss. Added a significant amount of healing for 3 seconds after the injector is used by the player, and added a brief invulnerability after the player uses the injector. That's a really good change, because there's nothing as annoying as just rezzing yourself and then instantly getting killed again by an NPC, so I do like that. Reworked some text in the how to play menu, descriptions of modules and enemy abilities. Added a progress bar to the cargo escort mission, added a display showing progress to the next checkpoint and an indication of anomaly movement backwards when there are no players in the capture zone. To count towards the weekly reward, you no longer need at least 1 star, any completion will count. And they've also made a number of improvements to the HUD. Then changes in opponents. They've added the ability to charge antennas with proto discharges during the battle with the storm boss. They've reduced damage from Suppressor's Kick and Murmur Step. Increased the cooldown time for the Murmur Suppressor skill. The fighting spirit buff from the Murmur Suppressor is now reset when an NPC is knocked down. Reduce the health and damage of the Murmur Voice. Remove the decrease in stamina from the missing Murmur Gaze. Change the logic of the Murmur Sight. If the sight cannot see the player but has seen them previously, it will fire at their last known position. That's a really good change, because it was so annoying that they would just like X-ray you, wall hack you. So I'm happy they changed that one. Reduce the amount of stopping power required to interrupt opponents' abilities. Class ability changes. Now pressing abilities in operations will activate the effect immediately rather than after the animation has finished. That's also a really good one, because that was very annoying. The effects of the support class abilities Healing, Composition and Defender, as well as the operative class ability Dexterity, are no longer reset when a player is knocked down. Ability Tremor of the Assault class has its radius increased from 12 to 16 meters, and its damage accumulation increased during the ability's duration from 100% to 150%. They've also added a fixed 5-second cooldown instead of accumulating damage to reset the ability. Ability Provocation of the Assault class reduced the ability animation time from 2 to 1.5 seconds, increased vitality bonus from 100 to 150 points, reduced ability cooldown from 16 to 8 seconds. Ability Berserk of the Assault class added a limit on the maximum damage from the ability. Ability Defender of the Support class increased vitality bonus from 25 to 35 points, increased ability radius from 20 to 30 meters. Then the challenges. The operations episode has been extended until December 3rd, so I do like that. Then we have more time to complete the challenges and more people hopefully have a chance at getting the cool rewards from it. They shifted the time frame for the complete operation focusing in less than 12 minutes challenge from 12 to 16 minutes, so you have more time to do that one. I do like that. Then some other changes for operations. They fixed a bug with searching for the decompressor module at auction. Fixed a bug where the assault class could gain permanent invulnerability. Fixed a bug where negative effects from bosses could persist after exiting operations. Fixed battery passing through doors in the big cleanup operation. Fixed the spawn points for Murmur's Gaze during the anomaly escort stages in Operation Focusing. Fixed a bug where some modifiers including Frost did not reduce player regeneration. And they fixed a bug where the Ratcatcher could use his syringe ability to restore health above the current phase. Then some other and miscellaneous changes. They've pushed NA subdivision battle times 1 hour forward. I don't know if that's good. NA players, let me know down below if that's a good change. Added NPC dialogue subtitles. You can enable or disable subtitles and change their size in the settings. For now, subtitles are available for NPC lines in the bar and the Drunken Geiger. Organized list of equipment in the list of items compatible with paints and attachments. Added the change FOV in X1 sight setting, which changes the player field of view when using X1 sights or mechanical sights. Updated models of Trigicon ACOG and ACOG 2x40 sights. Items from the medicine kit now go into your inventory when opened rather than your personal storage. Basic versions of the Burrow and Streets of Pripyat maps have been returned to the general list of maps. Added painting of decorative side rails. Fixed multiple translation inconsistency bugs across all languages. Corrected several minor localization bugs in all languages. And fixed an issue with incorrect display of information in the weekly rewards menu in English, French and Spanish. That is it for these patch notes. Let me know what you think of them. What do you think of the new bar? If you're excited to explore it together, that video will come out soon as well. If that video is already out, you can click the eye icon in the right top corner to view it. If you are not subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date with everything Stalcraft and also my gameplay videos. If you want to watch some more Stalcraft content, you can click here on the left for some gameplay videos, or you can click here on the right for a video that YouTube thinks you will like. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the zone, stalkers.